also affects concepts. So the tragedy with the food aspects should be awakened. Its criteria in this decrease with them. Again, this for response, for example. After complaints of not being able to bring water to concerts, the rule has been scrapped. The Brazilian government has also stepped in and is trying to make water easily accessible to concerts. The organizer also added new free water distribution points and strengthened medical care services. Simple steps like these can avoid terrible situations. After all, music events are a source of joy. If they want to remain so, it's time they adapt to a warming planet. And maybe take advice from Swift when she says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Speaking of gripping heat, let's shift our focus to Asia, where tensions are rising. Taiwan is heading to elections in less than 2 months. North Korea wants to launch a spy satellite again. America is advising the Philippines over its ship in the South China Sea. And amid all this, China is heading in another direction. Remember, China is the source of a lot of this tension, but now it wants to ease fraught ties using fur boats. Last week, China said it would send new pandas to America. It has called them envoys of friendship. This is a black and white case of panda diplomacy. So what is Beijing's panda diplomacy and who are the lucky winners of this gesture? Also why? Our next report tells you.
The year was 1972. A historic visit was underway. Former U.S. President Richard Nixon was in Beijing. Over dinner the first day, Trisha Nixon told China's Premier Zhou Enlai that she loved pandas. And there it was. China sent 2 pandas to Washington as a gift. And so began China's panda diplomacy with the U.S. Over the decades, 4 American zoos hosted Chinese pandas consistently. They became vastly loved. Fans sometimes traveled thousands of kilometers to catch a glimpse of them. When the original pandas from 1972 died, China sent 2 more pandas to Washington in 2000. But earlier this month, panda zodiac reached America. These pandas were due to go back to China, so the bears were escorted to the airport with the pomp of a presidential convoy. They were put on a FedEx flight, the Panda Express, with 220 pounds of bamboo, a vet, and 2 zookeepers. But expiry dates were not, Americans missed their pandas, and now Beijing wants to remedy this.
I left San Diego to go to California very much forward to visiting Pandas back. Pandas are walking ongoing a friendship between China and the US. We are ready to continue our cooperation on panda protection in the US.
In recent years, tensions have been rising between America and China. Many would say, in the past, China has carefully curated these fraught ties. But now it wants to ease the furor by sharing these fur balls. Beijing would send new pandas to the US. This is as black and white as it gets. Beijing wants to stabilize rocky relations with cuteness. In clearer terms, with its panda diplomacy. For China, pandas have worked as an unofficial barometer of international relations. A means to break the ice with bamboo-eating bears. Pandas are envoys of friendship from Beijing. China loans pandas to over 20 countries around the world. Just over the past decade, Germany, Denmark, Finland, and the Netherlands have received pandas. Last year, China sent a pair of pandas to Qatar. This was the first West Asian country. But in contrast, China has not loaned any new pandas to the US for 2 decades. For some, this was good news, since there have been reports of the mistreatment of pandas loaned to the US. Experts have spoken about the exploration and the loss of weight in pandas returning from America.
If pandas under the protection of China can reproduce in large numbers and survive all over the world, I think this is a good thing. It's also a good thing for mankind.
Some say China would be better off if it didn't start relations in the first place, and then send pandas to many times. It's too much to ask from furry cute animals. Only tree climbing and bamboo eating could solve geopolitical issues.
And now it's time for Vantage Shots, images that tell the story. In India, the first video emerged of the 41 workers trapped in the Uttarakhand tunnel collapse. Trapped for 10 days as authorities scrambled to rescue them. In Albania, politicians started a fire at the top of the protest against the budget. And in the White House, President Joe Biden pardoned Minister for presidential tradition that dates back to Abraham Lincoln's administration. Finally, we're taking you back in history on this day in 1995. The presidents of Bosnia, Croatia, and Serbia agreed to the Dayton Accords. This was the peace agreement that ended the Bosnian War. It was brokered by the United States of America, the warring parties agreed to peace, and a single sovereign state known as Bosnia and Herzegovina. We're leaving you on that note. Thanks for watching.